All right, welcome to ICBC 2025. We are in Barcelona, and this will be the final time that ICBC is in Barcelona because the whole Barcelona Spanibus package ICBC is moving to another part of Spain. But I'm pleased to introduce my guest here today. We are going to go to Mars together. Oh, wait. That's not quite correct. Why don't you explain to the people what's going on?
Yeah, maybe that's ultimate goal to grow wheat on Mars.
I think so.
Yeah,
But you're the guy. Everybody's a buzz about his activity. He's got a great display over there that talks about taking weed to Mars and stuff. So maybe let's start at the beginning. Introduce yourself to the audience.
yeah, I'm Božidar Radišić. I'm from Slovenia. I organized or established a research institute 7 years ago with intention to make more real world research, not just pharma focused research. I am following the cannabinoid profiles of the patients in Slovenia for last 10 years.
Right.
I run my own laboratory in Slovenia. And then the idea came or possibility with one Hungarian company called Genesis to send seeds to space.
Send seeds to space.
Yeah, and retrieve them.
And retrieve them.
That's the point.
So they go up like on the space shuttle and then they come down.
Yeah, they go up sometimes in June with SpaceX.
So SpaceX now takes them up.
Yeah.
Did the space shuttle ever take up any cannabis seeds?
I don't know.
I don't think nobody
so.
ever talked about it.
I don't think so.
So you're going to be the first guy sending cannabis seeds to space.
Yes.
That's incredible. That is the coolest thing ever.
But cannabis is a very versatile plant. We can use it for food. We can use it for fiber, for polymers, for biodegradable resin, for medicine,
Right.
for food. And now the last innovation is from the Czech startup company to make blood plasma out of hemp seeds.
I mean, the uses, and I think you were talking about, I saw a little article that you had written and with some of your associates that how the cannabis seeds, the cannabis plant traveled with people on their journey throughout time. So as we travel through the cosmos, we're going to need to take cannabis hemp with us for all these reasons.
History repeats itself.
That's absolutely amazing. Now, did the cannabis plant come to the Americas, or did the Americas already have it, or did the Americas take the cannabis plant to Europe?
We are in the middle of bureaucratic process. How to get?
No. Back 500, 600 years ago.
Maybe thousands years ago.
Yeah, but
cannabis originated from Central Asia.
Okay, so the Europeans took the cannabis to the New World.
The New World.
Okay,
yes.
got that. Cool.
Yes.
Non-important. You're going to take cannabis to the next world.
The New World again.
So that's what I was wondering. But we want to get to talk about, because you're having a little hiccups, and this is the part we're trying to appeal to Elon Musk and Doge and the great Americans who are now taking over our country and fixing regulation and stuff, because we're having a little bit of a hiccup. We're going to talk about that. So, let's just jump right into that. What's the status of your project?
So yes, you mentioned Elon and the government efficiency. I think that science should not be limited with stupid regulations.
Yes.
For example, now when we are exporting seeds to US, we need all the permits like we would import for the agriculture or whatever.
Just seeds.
Just 2 grams of seeds.
Right.
It's not even 1 kilo or 100 grams. It's 2 grams. And I think those obstacles are not very good for science, because seeds will go from Germany or from Europe to the States in a sealed capsule.
Right.
And the sealed capsule will come back to Europe.
These are your seeds that you're going to put on SpaceX.
Yes.
And they weigh like 2 grams, you said?
Yes.
There's 2 grams of seeds in a sealed capsule from Europe to SpaceX facility in Houston, Florida. Where's it at?
I think it's
wherever it is.
Vandenberg base.
Okay, so
launch from there. From
you got a sealed capsule going from Europe to the United States just to go on the spaceship to go get up, and we're going to talk about the genetic mutations and the value of that in a second and why it's going up. But the regulations are so tight and so controlled that in order to take that sealed capsule from Europe to the United States, get on the spaceship, go up, come down, and still sealed?
Yes.
and go back to Europe.
Yes.
What is the process like that for that?
It's bureaucracy. Because
Bureaucracy.
bureaucrats, they don't distinguish between the the hemp seeds as good or whatever, and hemp seeds for research, which is 2 grams.
Right.
For research should not be any obstacles, because if we have too much obstacles on that way, we will not go to the right goal. You know what I mean?
Right. And now, so if somebody's importing hemp seeds, cannabis seeds to the United States, there's for agricultural use,
Yes,
it's legal,
it's legal.
but there's a process.
Yeah, it's a process. You have to be registered as imported of the seed.
Okay.
You have to fulfill all the bureaucratic.
And unfortunately, they're making you go through the same process to seal the
Yes.
sealed container.
Yes.
So that's a big process, lots of regulations, very annoying.
Yes.
When Elon could jump on one of his jets, fly over to Slovenia, meet with you for a second, put the 2 grams in his pocket, fly back to the United States, stick it on the space on the it's called SpaceX. Stick it on the rocket ship, send it to the space, bring it back down, fly back to Slovenia. You could hang out a little while, go for a swim, whatever, and nothing would happen. It would just be easy peasy.
Exactly. As I said, cannabis is very complicated story since
Yeah.
1961.
Well, he's a supporter of the legalization, the medicinal use, the advancement of it, and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, but when we are talking about space,
All right.
there are no laws in space yet. All laws apply just to the Earth.
Right.
So why to make obstacles for our research and to make our boundaries for nothing?
Absolutely. And given the tragedy that was prohibition and the restrictions that came on the cannabis plant, what better way than to take your 2 grams up there to have a discussion about the history of prohibition, the status of prohibition ending, and the future of what it looks like in space. This is not just a scientific experiment which has benefits, and we still got to talk about the mutations and the scientific aspect of why it's important to have the capsule go up. Don't let me forget that. But it would actually like generate a bigger conversation about the importance of having freedom and liberty in space. It's a discussion starter.
Exactly. That's our manifesto. If I show you my website, is actually bring science back to people.
Yeah.
And you know what this means. You mentioned Mr. Musk.
What's your website?
Martiangrow.com.
Martiangrow.com. How easy is that? and it's the beginning. And we still got to talk about the mutations and that stuff because it's very important. This isn't just sending things up for symbolic discussion reasons. There's actually a science behind what you're exploring, what you're looking to understand as the mutation. Can you explain that?
Listen, if there will be any lunar bases or Mars settlements,
Right.
They will have to grow their own food.
You're
they will
talking about
have to
language now.
grow
Yeah.
their own medicine.
Right.
Because it's almost impossible in the beginning to supply all those things there.
Yeah.
Cannabis, we know everything about growing cannabis in controlled.
Yeah, we're good. I'm being like Spock and Cook, Dr. McCoy,
Why not?
OG, like this.
Why not?
Okay, no, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's the right move, and
So you envision cannabis being grown on lunar bases and in Mars,
yes,
etc.
Exactly, because as I mentioned, it can be food, it can be medicine. All astronauts are have problems with muscle loss, bone density, and all these conditions. Cannabis can be very helpful. We know this from Earth conditions. Then PTSD, anxiety, on the long journeys.
Now, tell me this: you're a little bit of an expert on the subject, more I am on any Gene Roddenberry Star Trek episode. Was cannabis and the cannabis plant ever addressed, or was there anything that they suggested was the cannabis plant on another planet that they landed on, Class M planet? Well, what are we on another Class M planet, or in any spaceship or any greenhouse? Did you ever see it anywhere?
No,
I didn't see it either. And that's important because, as we know, the little flip phones, everything else, the future replicates Star Trek. So Gene Roddenberry, you're not as clever and as imaginative of this as this man because you could have put the cannabis plants into Star Trek and saved all of us a lot of trouble.
Exactly.
But you're going to.
Exactly. I hope so. I hope so. You know, cannabis was stigmatized for way too long time.
Yeah.
And we all know it's medicine. It's most researched plant on the planet.
Yeah.
And it's still forbidden. You know, it's such a bureaucratic mess, especially in US. You know,
Yeah.
federally is not allowed, and most of the states are legalized actually cannabis, but still federally you cannot trade with cannabis. You cannot make researches. You don't get fundings. You know, so there are a lot of problems for nothing. And I hope that with our project we will also, you know, open people's eyes. It's such a bullshit. I'm sorry to say
Yeah.
it, but it's such a bullshit.
Well, it's easy to get the future started off on the right foot, and SpaceX took this is gonna be awesome. I'm so I want to be at the launch because you guys are gonna do this. We're gonna connect you and Elon. I'll call him. I'm just kidding. I don't have his phone number. He should have my phone number, but we're gonna connect you and Elon. You guys are gonna get together. You're gonna talk about how the whole cannabis thing is gonna work, and you guys are going to start the journey of the cannabis plant through first starts with seeds
Yes.
into the cosmos.
Yes. I invite you later to my booth to explain you a bit more, but
no, we're going to. You know, just crossed my mind. As we get
But-
out there might be something better than cannabis on another Class M planet.
yeah, look, this is our website.
Why cannabis? Beautiful website.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
yeah, no, this is absolutely fantastic.
make science free again.
How can people help you? I mean, I know you need to be. What is your company need or looking for?
We are now actually
It's not just a company; it's a mission.
collecting some funds.
Yep.
And I don't want to be tied on a specific big funder because they all want to have something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But since we want to free science again, I think people should or will contribute.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people, and everybody who will support our project will get then seeds which will be grown from the seeds coming from space.
Right. And just because we do need to cover that, and I did not mention it 3 times, when the seeds go up to space, when plants go up to space, when people go up to space, there's mutations and such.
Yes,
How does
yes,
that work?
because mutations can be induced artificially, you know, irradiation and
Right.
so on, but you cannot simulate microgravity or zero gravity on
Okay.
the Earth. So that's the point that we sent seeds to be certain time in the zero or microgravity condition. There is cosmic radiation. There are different radiation in the space, and we want to find out because if we want to grow weed in space, right?
Right.
We have to know what will bring us in the second, third, or fifth, sixth generation
Right.
of the plant. Because if you start something and it will fail, it's a big trouble. Or maybe we will get some more cultivars or strains through the genetic mutation. So we don't know.
So you have like a test seed or whatever that's called down here on Earth, and you send one up and then bring it down. Then you have both grow, and then one
Yes.
changes.
And then we will see genetic changes.
I am a scientist now. Look at me. Look, I stopped studying science, biology like sophomore year. I get it. That's exciting. So the seed itself can mutate.
The plant after.
But while the seed goes up to
radiation
space,
can
the radiation.
the radiation it's like by humans.
Okay.
In radiation when
When humans go
the
to space.
woman is
Woman, yeah.
at
Oh yeah,
radiation,
yeah.
it affects, you know, the seed or genetic material.
Okay, so it has to be an active seed or
No,
inactive?
it's normal seed. They are up in the condition between 0 and 15 degrees centigrade,
Now-
not Fahrenheit.
Check out. I have to ask these questions. Does the seed have to be held up to the cosmic radiation, or could like Senator Kelly, Mark Kelly, that spaceship guy, and I know the group, and I like Mark Kelly. He's a really good guy, great constituent services, and he was an astronaut. Remember, you know, he's from my home state of Arizona. Could he eat the seed and then secretly take it up on the space shuttle or SpaceX and then poop it out and have the same scientific experiment. I'm just saying.
Maybe, but not
I think
official. That's the problem.
the box is here and I'm out there.
You know,
know
the
what I'm saying?
problem is
I just figured out another way for him to get his seeds up into space. We are going to have the astronauts eat them and then poop them out. That's free. You don't have to pay for
exactly.
that, right?
Let's invite Elon to Slovenia. We will explain how to do it.
We'll have Elon, better yet, we'll have Trump eat the seeds and then poop them out because Trump was talking about going up to space himself. And then that could be Trump Kush, and Trump could take credit for being the first president in space. Trump could take credit for taking cannabis out to space. Trump could create his own strain called Trump Kush by
Why not?
pooping it out, and it'll be something that's unique to the cannabis community because it went out in space, it mutated, and came back down to Earth.
Tell me why not?
Why? Exactly. Oh, you got me inspired, man. You know, I don't know. I'm really glad to meet you. But how do people get in touch with you?
They can get in touch through our website. I'll show you the Martian Grow website.
I like new things in cannabis. You know, there's a lot of Martian Grow website.
Just martiangrow.com.
ICBC always has these unique people. This is why we come to Europe to find these guys. No, well, you know, I'm an America first kind of guy. Elon, if you're out there, love you. And President Trump is going to do a job. And you're for Slovenia first. Damn it. Right?
Of course, your family first.
Right, your family first.
You know, and everything grows. My city first, my country first, and then others.
But then there's the cannabis plant, which is beyond all of us, which brings us all together.
Of course, the cannabis plant is the oldest cultivated plant on Earth.
And here's what we do. So Elon Musk gets together with you. You got the whole project all set up. He's an expert on this subject. Elon, he knows more than you, so let him help guide you through this. And then Elon Musk can send that up and then come back down. You guys can cooperate Musk Kush, which will be a uniquely mutated cannabis seed that's never been planted before here on Earth. And then you have something special here on Earth, and you've helped progress humanity as a whole. Boom.
That's my point.
It's been a pleasure. I love meeting people like you, man. This is great. So this has been another episode of Meat Unshackled. We're here at ICBC. You know where to find him on his website. And we look forward to bringing you guys more stuff from Europe. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Good job. That was good.